In this lesson, we're going to cover off how to add Bootstrap and how to access Bootstrap within your web code. So there's going to be essentially two different ways that you can do that. You can either use the Bootstrap CDN. So this is a web source where you just copy paste these links in, and this allows you to have Bootstrap right on your web page. So this is one way of doing that. Within this example, we've just got some really simple code here where we've got what's called a Jumbotron, and what that does in Bootstrap, that just creates this kind of bigger area that's got this background color, slightly tinted background color, and that's what's called a Jumbotron, and then text content between this div class is going to be within the Jumbotron. So this is a Jumbotron, and this is one of the ways you know that you've got access to the Twitter Bootstrap CSS, because this is one of the classes that's available within it. So within this code, what we've done here is we've just connected to the Twitter Bootstrap CSS, and we're using the minified version. So the .min signifies minified. So if you want to actually access the full version that's not minified, you can do that as well. So that's going to have all the code out within this type of grouping, so it's readable by a developer when you're coming in. And then of course the minified version you won't be able to read because well, you'll be able to read, but it's going to be compressed, so it gets rid of all the white spacing, and it does cut down on the loading time. Here we also have a theme that we've added. So what we've done here is we went over to and got the basically the CDNs to get started. So this is not actually required. You don't need to have this within your code. So just getting over our code here. This is not a requirement for Bootstrap, and either is the Bootstrap JavaScript. So this allows you to have components, pre-built JavaScript libraries that you can have access to within Bootstrap, but for a basic theme you're not going to need these. If you do need to have some additional styling, then you can go ahead and add in the theme, as well as you'll probably have your own style sheets because you're going to be customizing the Bootstrap itself. And over here we've just loaded in jQuery because Bootstrap does use jQuery, so you need to load jQuery before you load the Bootstrap JS if you are going to be using some of the Bootstrap components, pre-built components. So that's the first way that you can bring Bootstrap into your web page. The second way is to go over to the website and just download the Bootstrap. Download Bootstrap, and when you download this, you're going to get access to all of this. This is what gets downloaded. So you get the regular Bootstrap CSS, you get the minified version as well as the themes, and you get the Bootstrap JS, minified JS, and within fonts you get these glyphicons, and those allow you to have some additional styling within Bootstrap. So that's the other way to get Bootstrap, or you could download the full source code or the SAS version. This tutorial, what we've done is we've just downloaded Bootstrap and we've applied it, installed it on our system, so we do have access to it locally. So what we can do is we can just remove out all of this this excess coding here and access Bootstrap through our local machine. And when we go onto the local host, you see that we're still able to get this Jumbotron working because we do have the files loaded on our local machine. If you're using something like CodePen, you could go into the settings, you could go into CSS, and you can select out Quick Add and just simply select Bootstrap, and that'll give you the Bootstrap theme right away within the coding, and you don't have to add it within the headers. You just have to add whatever you'd be putting between the body tags, as well as if you have any additional CSS, you could put that here within the CSS area. So you wouldn't actually be able to customize the actual Bootstrap CSS, but in general you probably don't want to be doing that anyway in the first place. So that's how you set up and begin to start using Bootstrap within your web content.